Hello, sister. I'm continuing my theme of the Oracle deck cards, and I'm addressing a question that someone emailed me about, and it's a topic that I've seen a lot and experienced in my own life, and it has to do with the higher vision prevailing. Now, this can mean, the higher vision that we have in our relationship, the higher vision we have in our own self. So, just the details of this particular woman, and it could be a number of women. I've been there as well. She feels this baby so strongly. It's just a knowing this baby's coming. And at first, her husband was on board, and then time passed, and now he's not on board. And so she's just devastated. And I did go through this myself as well. And I know many of you have, where things change and the husband could change his mind, and then you're at this force of wills thing, and I know how devastating that can be to the mother, because you feel, oh God, I know how devastating this, because you feel this baby is a truth for you, it's real for you already. And so it can cause a rift because you feel like your husband is taking that away. He's taking away a relationship that you already have. um, and so this is a very important dynamic to understand so you can sort of rise above it. And I've had so much experience with this. So very quickly, and I say this in many places, but the mother tends to have a stronger relationship with the spirit baby just because we're more intuitive. That's just the nature of it. It's not that way all the time, absolutely not, but for most of you on this site, that is the way it is. You just already have that intuitive sense. So forgive the husband a little bit for not having that same connection. Um, and forgive him his own process of his doubts. He's got his own doubts, his own process to work through. The information I'm going to tell you is to how to stop bumping heads up against that. So this woman read my book, and she's trying to do the upgrade relationship thing, but she's so mad at her husband for taking away her dream that she just can't even find anything positive to say about him. And I totally get that. I absolutely totally get that. So what I told her and what I'm going to tell you, and I mentioned this a little bit in the questions and answer part of my book because that is a question that somebody asked, that the higher vision will always prevail. So as I told this woman, she feels this baby so strongly because that's truth. That's her truth. That's her baby's truth. It's even her husband's truth, even if he's a little behind. And the husbands tend to be a little behind, not all the time, but often they're just a little behind. So we have to help lead the way, but we don't do that by dragging them and dragging them on our path and saying, do it this way. Believe me, I tried that for many, many years, and there's just an easier way to do it. So when we're masters, and dear sisters, we are masters, we can see the whole picture. I told this woman, this rift right now, it's part of the journey. It's part of what you're supposed to be experiencing. But what you can take to heart is the higher vision will prevail. So if she is just strong in her truth, she can silently allow him his process. And the spirit babies are always working behind the scenes with the husbands as well through dreams, intuitions. If the spirit baby is invested in this as you are, and you can bet that they are, the husband will be worked on too. So all of a sudden something changes. Okay, so what I told this woman, and I would tell anyone in the same situation, just be silent in your knowing. Allow your husband, I allow my husband his process. Don't make him wrong. Don't make him wrong. He has to go through this. And just be silent in your knowing. Keep talking to your baby. I know you're coming. I know you're working on him, and I know we'll get through this. So if you can keep that expanded view of your way will prevail, silently let your husband have his process. Even agree with him, honey, I know how you feel, and I'm going to do my best to honor those feelings. You have to sort of meet them where they are so they can rise up. to where we are. Oh, God, that is such good information, and it is something I have learned that is the easier way. If you have the expanded vision and you know it's going to come to fruition, and sister, you know, then you can silently, knowingly, confidently meet him where he is. Honey, I love you. I know this is hard. I'm going to do my best to just honor where you are. When you lower to meet him a little bit while keeping the expanded view, he will lift up, and I tell you, it works like a charm. Like a charm, because that is love. That is unconditional love. That's love from an expanded view of knowing that no one can hold you back from your dreams. No one can stop the higher vision. But if you take that higher vision with you into the relationship, into the love, into the husband, into the process, love him in that way, and that can change everything. And so I gave her this information, and then say, with this knowing, then do the lists for your husband, write those things. And then, Jesus, wow, what a huge transformation could happen. I guarantee in a month, this husband, without her saying anything, will be singing a different tune. I know it. So just very quickly, I don't want this to be too long, but the higher vision will prevail in a relationship and also within yourself. So if you have these battling duality in you of fear and love, feed the love a little bit more. Even if the fear's there, the fear will lift and dissolve. The love will lift and dissolve the fear. So the higher vision will prevail. Just knowing that, honoring that, being confident in that can make this journey a lot easier. I actually didn't write down the oracle card meaning for this yet because I just had to get it on video, so I'll do it afterwards. But that's the latest one. And what I call it? Higher Vision Prevails is the latest oracle card. All right, and I'm going to invite you one more time. If you have any questions that you would like to ask that would go on an oracle card, put them in the comments on my blog. Not necessarily on YouTube because I don't always check, but put them in the comments, and if it's relevant to more than one person, which I'm sure it will be, then it might end up on an oracle deck. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.